What's going on, guys? Andrew Rothermel Strength, coming back at you again with a helpful tip that you have to do. The one thing that you have to do to help you achieve your goals in fitness and nutrition this year, and that is you have to cook. Guys, there's no exception to this rule. All right, everybody who takes their fitness serious cooks. You have to. There's no, like I said, no exceptions. I was talking to a kid today who wants to put on a little bit of size, gain weight, all right, bulk up, put a little bit of that muscle on the body. And my first question is, well, what are you eating, right? And if someone came up to me and asked me about losing weight, my first question is, what are you eating? All right. It's no matter what your goal, as far as, muscle building, fat loss. I think that's, if it's not the number one question, it's number two. Okay. What are you eating? Okay. And how much of it? All right. The cooking has to be at top priority, the food, the nutrition. And there's just no way to be consistent on what you're eating and how much you're eating if you're not cooking. All right. Buying out is cool. All right. That's a good change up, but it's too expensive. All right. Most people can't afford that. I can't afford that. I got two kids. I got a third on the way. All right. You know, daycare is expensive. All right. Even if it wasn't expensive, I don't want to eat out every day. All right. It gets old. All right. I just don't want to do that every day. And I don't think most people do either. All right. The frozen meals, pop them in the microwave or whatever the case. All right. Pre-made stuff. Even the, well, let me touch on that real quick. That stuff's not healthy. All right. That stuff is, you can't consistently eat that and expect to hit your goals. That's not realistic at all. So no one that takes their fitness serious uses microwave or frozen meals. That's not a win. All right. And then the last option that I think a lot of people do use, I'm not one of them because it is more expensive. And like I said, I've learned how to cook and I'm a pretty good cook. Um, is the like the meals to go type of deal, the fitness meal plans, the oh, man, what do you call it? The when you buy the meals, right? You buy these meal company meals. Right? There's lots of meal company meals out there that you can buy. Healthy, fitness, nutrition related meals that are going to help you achieve your goals. Those are cool. I personally don't use them uh, because they're more expensive than me going to the grocery store and buying my food. All right. Like for example, tonight I went to the store. I picked up a big pack of chicken breast, about $15, family size. Cooked up, half of it or a little bit less than half, and threw some rice in the rice cooker and some beans. All right, that's a pretty cheap meal. You can't get cheaper than that. A big old bag of rice, a couple cans of beans, and the family size chicken breast. And I got food for tonight. I got multiple meals, fed my family, and like I said, there's more food in the fridge. So for this amount of money that I spent, there's no way you could even buy like my own meal, let alone for my wife and kids to eat as well. There's no way, all right? And then if you did the like the meal prep services, all right, that's a little bit cheaper than going out to eat, but it's still more expensive than buying your groceries and cooking it yourself. So I think in order to be as consistent as possible on eating good, high quality foods, and I'm going to say what that is here real quick. I've used the term real food for a long time, right? And to me, real food is anything that can be grown from the ground, a bush or a tree, or can be killed in the wild or from a farm, all right? So grown from the ground, potatoes, right? Carrots, things like that, all right? Bushes are all kinds of berries. And from a tree, obviously like bananas and apples and things like that, all right? So those are all obviously real foods. They grow in nature on farms. All right. Same thing with your wild animals and farm animals, cows, pigs, sheeps. Um, if it's deer, okay, or chickens, all right, those things are on a farm or in the wild, okay, turkeys, all right, and then obviously, seafood as well. That's out, whether farm raised or caught in the ocean, okay. Those things are found, on Earth. It's not produced in a factory, okay. So, like I always say, there's no donut bush, there's no Dorito tree, okay. None of that stuff exists in nature. So the less of those things that you eat, and the more, like I said, real foods, all right, single ingredient foods. How many ingredients are in a banana? There's one. It's banana. All right. How many ingredients are in water? One. It's water. Okay. So the more real foods you can stick to, and the more consistent you are with those things and cooking at home, all right, you're going to see a lot more success with your physique and your physique goals, your strength goals. All right, the body is going to react to high quality, good nutrition, and to me, that's what I said. Real food. All right, single ingredient food, and you want to do as much of that cooking at home. It's going to be cheaper. You're going to be more consistent over time. All right, and it's the one thing that all people who are serious about their fitness do, and that is, like I said, cook with real food. Okay, so that's my tip for you guys for tonight. You gotta cook with real food. You gotta take time to learn how to do that if you don't already. And guys, it's so easy. It really is. All right, there's so many videos on YouTube of how to cook. There's so many recipes online, and it's just instructions, just following instructions. All right, and let me just tell you what I did tonight. I cut up the chicken breast into cubes, all right, little cubes. All right, I sprinkled it with some seasonings. All right, you use your own seasonings. I used some seasonings that made it taste like a little bit Mexican-y, all right, a little bit of Mexican type of food. All right, cut some peppers up, cut some onions up, all right, threw it in there. I put some bone broth and a little bit of butter, all right, threw it in the oven, hour, okay, didn't touch it. All right, maybe stir it up a little bit, okay? And then I put the rice in the rice cooker, bone broth, butter, same thing. Tastes amazing, all right? And then just over on the stove, opened up a couple cans of black beans, all right? The Mexican style black bean type of deal, all right? And then once they're heated up, the rice is done in the rice cooker and the chicken's done in the oven, you're good to go. It was a great meal, very tasty, all right? And I have leftovers, and it was so easy. I didn't have to actually stand by the stove and do anything because the rice cooker automatically cooks perfect rice. The oven was cooking the chicken, all right? And how hard is it to heat up some black beans on the stovetop, okay? The kids devoured it. I ate it. My wife has food. We got some leftovers. That's cooking and taking your fitness and nutrition serious. So there's a lot of simple meals out there that you guys can do, whether it's that one or a different one. But find what you like. Experiment. Find a bunch of different recipes and just rotate through them. It's not a hard thing to do. And like I said, you have to do it. You have to learn, and it's a non-negotiable. So hope that helps, guys. I know I've been rambling on here for a while, but you get the point. It's very important. And, who knows? Maybe I'll come out with a cookbook. So let me know if you want to see Rothemel Strength, Andrew Rothemel cookbook. I'm not a bad cook. Got a lot of recipes. So, all right, guys. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.